Hello, this is Korean By. Today I'm going to talk about myself in English. Today's video will be posted on my Korean channel and Korean By channel. Since I was a kid, I like to gather with people. Maybe it is because of the personality inherited from my parents. My parents love people too, and they taught me to love others. I came to Bangladesh when I was 17 years old. Everything was the first time for me. Airplane, airport, even passport. Different culture, different races, even eating culture. Everything was shocking to me. That's how I started my life in Bangladesh. Living my life without my parents, who are like a pillar to me, life in Bangladesh was lonely. I wonder every day, at least in Bangladesh, thinking that no one is on my side. Even though I love people so much, I became far away from people. I ran outside in the middle of the classes. Maybe I was craving more attention from them. After I get better, I thought that there should be a person who is suffering someone like me. Children without parents from birth. I was thinking that maybe I could empathize to their hurt a little. I wanted to share their pains, and being the father of those children became my dream. To achieve that dream, I went to the university in Bangladesh. I wanted to know more and more about Bangladesh and their thoughts and culture. One day, I accompanied Kulna as a broadcast filming coordinator, and I saw a 5-year-old kid. The kid, he had already set up his future career by their parents. Even though he was a kid who knew nothing about the world, at the time, I realized that the world was already unfair from birth. People think that what they have now is from their effort, but it's not. It also depends on luck. So I thought that what I'm having is not something I achieved by my own, so it should be shared to others. So I wanted to give them the same education that I took and the support of my parents for my dream. Because I think it was fair.
আমার স্বপ্ন একটু চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে I wanted to give same opportunity to them same as me my parents support me to do whatever I want so I wanted to support them too and give us same opportunity as I got it because they are also precious.
To follow my dream, I've been challenging on many things. I risked my life on paths that others did not go and work every day leaving behind a rest and a comfortable life. To make money, I started business and started YouTube.
Wassalamualaikum, আমার নাম Korean By.
Sadly, I couldn't get what I wanted. I had to shut down my business due to pandemic, but I learned something unexpectedly. While working with financially difficult people, I noticed that I was getting help and learned many things from them. I know more about education and having better economic condition than they do, but I found they have a better parts than me. They taught me how to be happy with relationship and how to sincerely respect people and treat others. Everyone should shine as they are precious, but in capitalism, they look at everyone with capital and determine people as unhappy, poor when they have less capital. Thankfully, after closing my restaurant, my experience was acknowledged by many company owners, and several companies contact me to work with them. I have got contacts by about 5 big companies and banks. The salary they offer was also much higher than I imagined. However, there was a strong heart while I was considering of getting job. I wanted to live a more valuable life that I think of. It doesn't mean that their lives are worthless. I wanted to live better life which fit with my value of life. My dream was always to make a fair world, and the motto of following my dream was a single human is precious than entire world. I wanted to be a person who respects and loves people more and more. While planning about my life, I met a lot of seniors in my life. They taught me that social life is different. Even though it's unethical, there are many things that people have to follow, and they called this as reality of social life. And they were sure that I will live such a life as like them. And they also taught me that in the relationship between work and money, respecting others may disappear. I was so depressed and frustrated. I got to know the reality of society, and the reality was really different from my value of life. It was really different from what I have learned. I never wanted to abandon my value of life, and I conclude that I'll keep my life of value. I pleased never to rationalize my value, no matter what the disadvantage comes to me. I left many companies that called me behind, and I started working under someone who was keeping the value that I was thinking right. I've learned a lot while working with him for about a year. He let me know that everyone has a flaw. And he said that life is about making up for those shortcomings by others and the making up for other shortcomings. He said that economically poor people are not poor and worthless. And he told me that he learned a lot through their lives. He had eyes not to see a person's shell, but to a person's heart and real values. We all live in capitalism. Our parents and our children will also live in capitalism. We grew up and saw visually, learning that people with a lot of capital are superior and those who don't have it are poor. And it makes us to compete and compare with others. This day, our happiness are also gained through comparison with others. We also trying to prove ourselves by capital, even we are more precious than capital. And this makes people to think economically poor people as unhappy people. Through my 29 years of life, I have found that my gaze was wrong. I recently opened a project during the lockdown period. The name of project is Kabar Shobar Shobar. It was the project to distribute food to people in need. I work on the projects every day without exception to get to know myself. I learned a lot by planning these projects and while sharing the food. I have found that expecting to get grateful for helping is not really helping others. Once I gave food to someone, but she got angry because I gave food but not the money. I wasn't feeling good on that time. It's not because she was angry on me, but because I was expecting to get grateful from her. Why is this mind bad? I thought about it. It is the wrong start because this mind has determined that I'm the one who helped them and they are the one who should be grateful to me. When I was in school, I was good at math and I was stuck at every subject. I helped my friends to study maths who wasn't good at it, and I got help from friends for other subjects. We all have different flow and advantages. I just had more money and foods than them. It doesn't mean that I am more valuable than them. Also, I definitely will get help and learn from them, which I am weak at. One day, I gave a food to an old woman, and she prayed for me right after receiving foods. I didn't know that what kind of prayer she did, but that mind behind prayer touched my heart, and I learned how to treat people sincerely from her. No one ever prayed for me after receiving foods. Maybe that's also something that only she could do. After that, when I share my food, I started to pray for the people. We are not perfect, and we can't be perfect as well. We all need help from others. I will continue to live my life with keeping my value of life. And rather than seeing them through the eyes of capitalism, I'll try to be someone who respects their own, not what they have. No matter what circumstance comes, I'll do my best not to abandon my value of life. It's not a fair world for everyone to have the same ability and the same economic condition. Whatever shape we have, respecting each other as a precious human is a fair word. I'll make a fair word, at least in my own word. The reason for making a video is, after making this video, they actually make me to live somehow to keep what I said. Maybe it will be difficult to live, but I will live anyways because I think it's right. And just one thing I wanted to tell you, you are precious than a word, so Be yourself.